Morning, you beautiful lot. Lovely sunny Saturday. Still a bit of work at home today. Going to do a bit of a patio. I'm going to have a go at rendering myself. I don't know. I'll have a go. Why not? It's only a patio. So I block laid flat today. But I've nipped out to Machine Mart to see my friend. Because I want to buy a new power tool. I'm looking at a Dewalt angle grinder. So I'm hoping they've got them in stock. Probably haven't, probably have to order it. But yeah, they're handy for work. And I've got a job where I've got a little detail, some tarmac out for a wall to go in. I don't even want to get the big petrol cutter out because it's it'll cut it too deep. So yeah, let's hopefully, fingers crossed, they've got some for me. And which one to buy? Do I pay expensive or do I buy medium range? I don't know. I suppose I'll have to find out if I get anything. See you in a bit. Okay. Got my new angle grinder for work. You would not believe how that come about. But I actually ordered the more expensive one, which is exactly the same. It turns out they got one in stock, which is actually flagged up at £90 cheaper for the exact same model, which I can't understand. So I've walked out with it. Not only have I got it today, when I should have ordered it, I've got it £90 cheaper than what I was going to pay. Crazy. Well, getting a lottery ticket tonight. Might be my lucky day. Well then folks, I've got it back from Machine Mart, where I bought it from. It's just a crazy story how I got this. I thought I had to order one. I didn't want to pay that much, and it turned out, by some luck, or I don't know how, some divine intervention, I managed to get the generation, I think, well, now I've worked it out because it is the 414T2, where I think, and that's generation 1, and I think the 4148 is the generation 2. I think there's probably a slight bit of difference, not much, but for what I need it for, it's absolutely spot on. And I saved myself sort of 60 quid in the process. So when he came down and said, we've only got this one, and it was the one that wasn't advertised, but it worked out cheaper. So yeah, this is it. So I'm going to do a bit of an unboxing. Never done one before, but what I'm going to do it as, I know there's lots of unboxings on the YouTube, but it all seems to be people cutting steel rather than as what I need it for, which is bricks and blocks and general building materials. So I'm going to take it outside and cut some building materials down so you can see, look at performance, and hopefully then we can have a look how it all performs. I haven't got no blades, and I've never managed to pick any blades. I've managed to get these ones from, I've had them in my toolbox for a long time. I think they're Aldi, no, Lidl's, are they? Parkside. I've bought them as a spare just in case you need one desperately. But they look pretty good. You get, I think you get 2 diamond blades. You get a tile cutter, a tile disc in there. So I think it's probably about 5-6 quid. It's good as a backup, as a spare. So I'm just going to try it with them until I get some better blades. Okay then. Oh, but I have opened it because I wanted to charge the battery up first before I started doing all this. But I have not powered it up or anything on yet. So yeah, you get the instruction manual, 3-year warranty, registered within 4 weeks. So I'll look into that. There was a thing on the Dewalt website where you could actually do it. And you could register your tools. I don't know if that's still working, but we'll have to look at that. Right then, so in the box you get the charger. I have got the normal Dewalt chargers, which I think you can actually use. Whether it being a longer charge time, I don't know. But I'm not actually 100% sure, but this is a fast charge. So that's pretty handy having that with it. Yeah, so in the pack you get 2 batteries, 18 volt, 6 amp batteries. They are meaty, and really meaty. Brake is lifting them up. Pair button there, so you get fully charged, which I recommend you fully charge them before you use them, by opening all the cells up. They come with this travel cover, not too sure what that does, but you click it off, slide it off. Obviously that's into to where you got to put it, and I think for transportation you just sort of click it back on. I presume it just protects all the elements from the dust and what have you. So yeah, that's that. You get another battery, exactly the same, which is a sync up battery, 24 volt. So 2 of them little bad boys. That's the, I'll put the box out the way now. Oh yeah, the box is a T-stack system. Handle on the top, there's your T-stack there. So it clicks into there and into there. Click, click. So you get a handle at the top, and also you get a handle at the bottom. And then you've got the FlexVolt, you've got everything else on there. So yep. So I'll put this out the road for a moment. So this is the actual unit, and it's chunky, really chunky, well made. 2 trigger, point trigger. So you push down, down, and then in. The handle feels really soft, feels meaty, can hold that pretty good. Yeah. There's the filters. So I think because it runs to the higher voltage, it gets warm and it stops any dead dust and debris getting in there. So you've got them both sides. That's your locking brake. Oh, I think what you can do with this as well, I've never owned anything. I've always bought cheap tools really, and I suppose for a DIY that's pretty good, but I'm trying to get into the market now of just buying a bit more professional tools, last you a bit longer, because I do look after my tools, or try and look after my tools. Which I like about this is it's got a guard adjustment, but all you do is push it in, it's already fixed, so you can just turn it to where you need it to, and then it locks into place. So whatever angle you want, you haven't got to keep. Normally you have like a screw or a nut there, you have to loosen and twist it round. You don't have to with this. So yeah, all looks pretty solid. Really feels robust. I'll put the battery on now so we can see what it looks like with the battery. Simple click on. Wow, that's meaty, that is. Look at that. Quite heavy though. I think if you're holding it up in one direction for a amount of time, it's soon sort of pull on your shoulder. You know, if you had to get up to the top, lift it above your head or whatever. So yeah, it is quite weighty. It's very weighty. I don't actually know what the actual overall weight of it is. I suppose I could measure it. Yeah, I'll tell you what to do, we'll do it. Okay, I'm back. So all I've got is the kitchen scales. So if we do it in grams, zero it up. I'm not going to be able to do this, I'll have to just hold it, just to stop it from tipping. I'm looking roughly about 2 kilograms, perhaps 1.8, 2 kilograms in weight. So that is quite robust, it's quite heavy, but it just feels well made, it feels quality. Two trigger. That does feel really well made. That can obviously be changed for lefties or righties. I think I'm more of that way, to be fair, so I think we'll put that over there. So yeah, that really is a decent tool. I've only ever bought the cheap cordy ones. But with the FlexVolt, I think it's 54% more power. And I did actually use one for the first time. One of the guy I'm working with, he's got one. And I actually used it and I cut a concrete brick, a coursing brick, which was very dense concrete. I cut that and it went through it like butter. It really, really did. So I think if you just want to nip some bricks off or cut anything, some reinforcement bar or anything like some ties out, it's just there. It's so handy, it's so portable. It's all there for you. So that's it there, yeah. And you get the 2 batteries. I actually bought this from Machine Mart. But you can get it other places. I think it's Generation 1, so it's probably a little bit cheaper now than the Generation 2, but I don't think the normal person would actually see the difference in it. I really don't. Well, that's the spec, in case you want to see it. If you want to freeze that one, if I can keep it steady enough. Yeah, I don't think the mere mortal man would actually notice the difference unless you was really, really obsessed and you really, you know, that was your thing. But it doesn't bother me, it still does the same job. So what we'll do is we'll go out and we'll, I've got some materials and we'll give it a test and see how it performs. Okay guys, I came outside to do a little demonstration. Just put my gloves on, safety first, and I have got eye protection. Let's put some new gloves on. The thing is, with the videos I've saw on YouTube and what have you, they all seem to do tests on steel and metal, grinding out. I don't do stuff like that. I don't mess with metal or anything like that. That's my material of trade. That's a brick. So you've got a solid engineering brick there, which is notoriously tough. A facing brick, which is what my house is built out of. Don't look at my grass, by the way. That's something to do this afternoon when the sun's out. We had a bit of rain yesterday, so I'm trying to let it dry. Just haven't got round to cutting it, being so busy. So anyway, yeah, so engineering brick, facing brickwork, block, so brick. We've got a thermalite block, which is more commonly used internally. So we'll see how it works on that. And also we've got a solid dense 7.3 Newton concrete block. So we'll see how it fares with that. Also, I'm not going to be able to cut all the way through, but you'll see how fast it will cut and nibble if you have to. I'm not too sure what the dust is going to be like. I can't really get water to damp the dust down really. I mean, you can't really fit anything on that. You can have my petrol cutter, but we're outside, we're ventilated, so we'll see how the crack is, and there's no one around me apart from the dog, which I've just put her in the house. So yeah, so we'll try the first one, which will go with the engineering brick, class B. So we'll see how that fares. I'll put the blade on, sort of locking nut there, and that locks the blade. Squeezes on. It's got like a lock. I was told that it's got an automatic locking system. Whether you trust it or not, but actually in the box, which I never showed you, you get an Allen key which fits in there, which you can tighten it up. So I've done that, so that's nice and tight now. I've swapped the blade round, the handle, sorry, so we can do it. So we'll see how it goes. It's not, I don't really cut that too well because that's quite dense. They're really notoriously hard to cut, those are. you probably need a bit more power with that. You probably wouldn't need the petrol cutter to cut those. But it has cut. If you've got to nibble a little bit out, it has cut it, look. So I'm not too sure what whether the blade's probably not the best, to be fair. So a better blade would probably fare better. But okay, so that has cut. Not very well, but it has cut. This is the facing brick, which is the common brickwork. So we'll try that. Too well again. Perhaps, but they are hard bricks. They really are hard bricks. They're sort of like a semi-engineering brick, so probably not the best demonstration. I'll probably come back with a better brick. I'll see if I can find one in a bit once I've done the other two. The more softer brick maybe. Again, concrete. Blade width all the way through in a matter of seconds. So yeah, that performed really well with concrete, really well. And that'll be absolutely excellent to cut the concrete. Thermalite block. Again. Sorry about the dust. Yeah, as I expected, really quick. They don't really take much to cut anyway, but I'll see if I can find another different example of a brick, maybe a softer brick to show, and then we'll try another brick, because they're both really hard really, so you probably want a bit more power with that one. But it has cut, look, it has cut it, so we'll try another brick. Like guys, got a brand new normal facing brick there, which is a bit more softer and to cut out. But, so we'll try that, see how that fares. As you can see, that's cut really well. Like I say, it's not there with the petrol cutter, but you haven't got the aggro ready of trying to get the thing started, and if you just want to nip a corner off a brick, for instance. You can do that. If you need to just chamfer an edge off, you can actually do that. Sorry about the dust again. So which is pretty good. Oh yeah. A quick note, what I've discovered, which is a little bit of a downside for me at the moment. It's just when you've finished using it, you've took the handle off. If you want to put it back in the case, like that, where it fits, the blade hangs over, so you can't actually close the lid. Well, you could, but it sticks out. So if you wanted to store in the case every time you finish using it, you've literally got to take the blade off every time. So you can't store it with the blade on. So the case is pretty much redundant if you use it quite often. So you just have to keep that, which obviously takes space up in the van, or your car, or wherever you're storing it. I mean, you can store your batteries in there, but... And I've just tried to get that off with the tool, and it's taking some going. It's really hard to get it off. obviously self-tightened. So yeah, I'm gonna have to have a play with that. So I'm probably not going to be using the box after all, really. If you just have to go in the van vault, as it is, which doesn't protect it, does it? Doesn't look after it, but yeah, nothing to think about, guys. I've just put the other battery on charge now, in the fast charger. I think it takes about 30 minutes from sort of 1 bar up till it stops flashing red, and then that's fully charged. I have quickly tried it in the normal battery chargers you get, just normal lithium XR batteries, 18 volt ones. Yeah, it seems that it charges. How long it takes to charge, I couldn't tell you. I don't know. Perhaps something I could try later on, or when next time the battery is empty. But yeah, first impressions, exactly what I wanted, what I need anyway, as a bricklayer. It just does what it's supposed to do. It cuts, it's powerful. It does everything I need to do. You've got the power, you've got the flexibility of having the power, which is the 54 volt with the FlexVolt battery on. You got the 54 volt power, and when you put it into, I'm sure I'll scratch the table. When you put it into a normal non-FlexVolt Dewalt item tool, it converts it automatically to an 18 volt. So you'd still get the 18 volt, which you do normally, but it'd probably run twice as long, 3 times, I don't know, a lot longer. So you've got that flexibility of having more power, and you've got a longer battery time if you want to use it in your normal ones. So yeah, pretty good. About the unit itself, yeah, pretty impressed. It feels nice in hand. Comfortable. It's quite balanced. It's quite balanced on the weight. Touch heavy. I think if you're a guy that maybe suffers with your shoulders or your elbows, holding this up for, if you got to hold it in the air, if you're cutting something, you know, you got to reach or something, it probably could get a bit heavy after a while if you was doing that. But if you're holding it down and you're cutting on the ground or on a bench or something, then yeah, I can't see a problem. But that's something only you can decide yourself. But I'm definitely going to swap the blade over. I'm going to get a better blade. I'm not saying these Parkside are not very good or anything. Oh, sorry. But yeah, they're just a little backup. I think there's only a couple of quid, so definitely get a better blade. But yeah, overall, love it. So glad I bought it. Reasonable price. I'll say it's Gen 1, not Gen 2, but it doesn't bother me. It'll still cut the same, it still does the stuff. If you was that anal about it, then you would pay the extra, but I'm not. I'm fine with that. But yeah, it cut most things I wanted to cut, so happy days. So yeah, if you found this video helpful, then yeah, give it a click, like, subscribe, whatever you want to do, or just take my information. But as I say, I'm a bricklayer and it works for me. So great stuff, guys. Well, I'll catch you soon. Cheers. Bye bye.